Hi everyone, it's Veronica and I'm here to share a project with you that I completed, and it is a baby girl mini album. And what you see here is how the album actually started out. These were the album covers that Tuesday Morning was selling at one point. So I decided to use that. You're supposed to use your bind it all with it, but I don't have a bind it all, so I ended up using my cinch. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get started so I can share my album with you. And this is the album. This is the cover. And I used a combination of K & Company embellishments, Jolie's embellishments, soft spoken embellishments, and I think that's all of them that I used. And a lot of trims that I had in my stash, as well as single sheets of paper from Hobby Lobby. And also I used My Mind's Eye paper pad called Twinkle Twinkle Little Girl. And I don't have that sitting here right this second, but that is the name of it, Twinkle Twinkle Little Girl. So again, this is the cover, and this entire set that you see in front of you here was one piece in a set. So I put that on the cover. All of this trim, again, all of this was in my stash. On the spine, I added tulle. And I did paint the cover baby pink, the Americana baby pink paint. And on the inside cover, again, these embellishments came from different companies, but all of this was in a set. Well, I take that back. This was two different sets. I just took pieces from each set. And I covered the inside with some of the pattern paper from the Twinkle Twinkle Little Girl. This was one of the Michaels frames, and I'm sorry if the lighting is not so good. It is very cloudy and rainy here today, so hopefully this is coming through and you can see the colors really well. But what I did here was added a piece of transparency and cardstock so that a picture can be slipped down in here, and I did put it on pop dots. And this bling that you see right here is DCWV. And this is one of the single sheets from Hobby Lobby. Okay, on the next page, these were single sheets as well. I used my Tim Holtz Baroque die, and I saw this technique used, I think it was Nurse Tara who used this. This is a border trim, and I believe this was K & Company, and I just included two photo mats here and the little baby rattle from one of the sets. Okay, on the next page, I just used doily that I found at Valentine's. This stamp is Paper Tray ink, and it's called Baby Button Bits. And what it does is leave out a letter, and you can replace it with a button or whatever you choose to. This heart came from Recollections, and I just put a piece of embroidery floss in it. And this is a Sizzix die and photo mat, journaling, or another photo. And that just slips back under there, which I'll slip that under there later. On the next page, I just left it as a photo mat, added some border across the bottom, 3D border, and this has a velvety, ooh, I can't talk, velvety feel to it. Okay, next page, I just left that one wide open for the mother and father to do what they chose to do with it. And this is another piece of border trim here, and it says it's a girl. On the next page, this one has a lot of photo mats. This is I think We Are Memory Keepers. I'm not sure where this little safety pin came from, but I thought that was kind of cute. And the ribbon was in my stash. These are some metal pieces that I had, little hand, and there are some feet to that set. And here, once you open this up, lots and lots of photo opportunities. Okay. And on the next page, and I found myself pulling out a lot of things that I hadn't used in a while. And I don't know how well you can see this, but this is a Cuttlebug folder, the baby Cuttlebug folder. So what I did was took some pink vellum and ran it through the Cuttlebug with this particular folder. And it says things like angel, God's little miracle, blessed, precious, baby, love, joy, sweet, new life, and wonder. And what I did here was added a magnet, a piece of ribbon. You pull that up, more photo opportunities. And these were single sheets from Hobby Lobby. And I added this heart in the middle because with the magnet, with this being vellum and white paper underneath, it was showing. So I just added the heart to cover the magnet up. And this was trim that I had in my stash. And I added some bling in all the corners because to adhere the vellum, what I did was just put glue dots on each corner. And to cover that, I added the bling. Okay, on the next page, I just added a pocket, border trim here, and just added some tags. And of course, you know, the mother can add anything else she wants. And we always say the mother, it's both parents, but usually it's the mother. The next page is a photo mat. And I just, this is a Spellbinders die. This is Lacy Squares. And I just took some sheer ribbon and ran it through the little openings. And added a Recollections flower here. The next page, I just did a belly band. This is a Martha Stewart punch. Added some trim that I got in my winnings from Scrap Passion 01. And just added 2 photo mats here. On the next page, something else I pulled out, hadn't used in a minute, my Cricut. And I used the Baby Steps cartridge, and I thought this was so cute because this page out of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Girl just says Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So I thought the baby sleeping on the moon was really cute. I had this little lamb, and I left the part open here where the photo can be slipped under here. Okay. And then on to the next page. I added a scripture verse at the end, which says, "Lo, the children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth." And this is Psalms 127, verses 3 and 4. And I thought that was a great way to end the book. And I just put a bling heart here on the back cover page. And the back side is, I left that plain. And as I mentioned earlier, these books were made for the Bind It All. And I can understand that now that I've used my cinch, which was something else I pulled out to use, because the rings, I guess, aren't the same. The wires aren't the same with the cinch and the Bind It All. But as I kept putting the embellishments in the book, it did kind of level out the front and back cover. But initially on the back, I had like a ½ an inch that was showing. It wasn't lining up at all. But again, as I added the embellishments, it came together. So I'm kind of glad of that. I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. I don't ever have to make covers again. I'll go buy some more because I know they have some left. But I think I might have to rethink that. But I think it turned out pretty cute. And this is for a friend of mine who is giving it as a baby gift, and the shower is this weekend. So I did this video to go ahead and get that taken care of so I can get it to her and she can get it to the parents to be. And this is their first baby. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, was inspired by it, and I hope you have a very happy, crafty day.